Online dating is pretty much the worst form of dating in this era or in today's world. And I'm saying this because online dating is only for certain people, and it's only serving purpose for certain people, like certain group of people. Now if you're an average guy, if you're not the tallest guy, if you're not the most handsome guy, if you're not rich, if you're not the most experienced guy, I highly suggest you to just stay away from online dating, because it's not gonna serve you no purpose. It's actually gonna decline your mental health and your self-esteem, and it's gonna pretty much put a dent on your confidence after using these apps. And it doesn't matter what app it is. A lot of people say like, oh, try this one, try this one, try this one. Guess what? All of them are the same. All of them are. From Match.com to the Facebook dating to Hinge, Bumble. Bumble, I think it's a little different, but still. What's the other one? Okay, Cupid, Zeus, all those crappy like dating apps, bro. Like, and you see them like popping up every year. Like every year they come up with a new dating app and all that stuff. I'm like, all these things are useless, bro. All these apps are useless. Like, unless you're a trad, unless you're a PSL god, online dating is not gonna work for you, bro. Like, what are you gonna do? You trying to try your luck and all that stuff? Which, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Yes, you're gonna get lucky here and there, but it's not worth it. It's not. The success rate and the failure rate are so far like like away from each other, bro. Like, you have failure rate that is so high that it's not even worth that very little success rate, in my opinion. Maybe to you worth it, but to me, bro, that's not worth it. A lot of people over there are a lot of people on these dating apps, they're not really looking for something serious. Like, it's the worst place that you want to find somebody who's serious about dating. Like, especially Tinder. I don't know how I forgot Tinder, but Tinder is not a dating app. It's pretty much like it's a hookup app. Because in Tinder, it's strictly based on looks. Like, if the person like the way you look, you get a swipe right. If not, you're gonna get swiped left. And that is not really good, bro. Like, you already have to know that women on these dating apps, all they want to do is just looking for a very handsome, for a very tall guy who's like trying to sleep with, That's all they're looking for, bro. Or they trying to look for somebody like me and you to take them out, spend money on them, and at the end of the day, you don't even get anything. You don't even get a thank you, you know? And it's a very it's a very toxic place, to be on, because like sometimes, a lot of these people are very addicted to these dating apps, and it's not good, man. It's not good to be addicted to these dating apps. And A lot of people there, almost everybody there is selfish, has like ridiculous high standards that they cannot meet, like some of it. um they have like super high expectations, especially women. They're not quality people, majority of people on dating apps, they're not quality people. I'll be honest with you. I don't think anybody in those dating apps are looking for somebody anyway. They're just, especially women, they're just there to boost up their ego by, because so many men are simps, and they just like message them how good they look and all that stuff. My queen, I want to take you out. I want to spend like 1,700 on the date on you, on the first date on you. I'm gonna take you to this really fancy restaurant next to the beach. I'm gonna pick you up in Lamborghini. I'm gonna treat you really good. I'm gonna treat you the best from the other guys. And it's just like, it's not worth it, man. The competition is so bad on these dating apps. Like, the amount of men are in these dating apps is ridiculous, bro. Like, for every girl, there is like 10 guys. And that's not a really good balance, bro. Because, like, if you want to message a girl, you have to compete with, like, God knows how many other guys. You have to compete with hundreds of guys, if not thousands. Because every girl on those dating apps, especially if she was like average and above, bro, they get hundreds of messages every day from different dudes. They get hundreds of messages from dudes locally, out of state, out of country, out of continent, you name it. Like, you have men, like, if you live in US, if let's say a girl lives in US, she gets messages from South America, she gets messages from Europe, she gets messages from Dubai, she gets messages from Asia, she gets messages from freaking Eastern Europe. God damn, like, so many men are so thirsty, and they inflate these women's egos by just like telling them how good they look, how like nice they are, which women are not nice anyway, but they try to compete with each other for approval of one girl. And these men are so quick to throw each other under the bus to get with a mediocre girl, not even a top tier. And they think like they have a chance. The funny thing is, a lot of men over there, like in those dating apps, they think they have a chance. But I'll be honest with you, if you're like under 6 foot, because most women, if not all, they put like no men under 6 foot, no men under 6'2". So if you're a guy and you're like 5'8" or 5'7" or something, message these girls, you automatically gonna get ignored or banned or blocked or get left on red. So it's like, it's not worth it, bro. Like, you have to know your reality, bro. Cause like, you have to know, most women, if not all, they want a guy who's like over 6 feet tall, and they want a guy who's the most experienced, and they want a guy who has the biggest, the biggest meat, and they don't care. Like, they're gonna stay single until they get that guy, honestly. Like, they don't care about that. They don't care, like, or if there's anything, they're gonna use these average looking guys, and they're gonna use them for free food, for free validation, for free like gifts, for free attention. And then obviously they're not gonna give them any. And when chat comes along, I message them, like, now they're gonna they're gonna be all like nice to him. They're gonna be, oh, you're so handsome. They start complimenting him, and they're gonna throw it at him on the first night, you know. And that's just how it is. And they don't even have to. That chat doesn't even have to tell her his first name in a lot of cases. And she's gonna throw it at him like it's a free sample, like a Halloween candy. And it's brutal, bro. And no man wants to be in that situation, especially these days. The standards of women are so freaking high, are so out of control that honestly, it's not even worth like talking to women these days. Like these women, let's say you message them, and if you say one thing that she doesn't like, she's gonna completely ghost you. She's gonna completely like leave you, and she's gonna go find somebody else, bro. Like, these dating apps allow women to be picky. Why? Because there's so many men there. Because the society tells women that you deserve the best of the best and you shouldn't settle for less. And these women, they be like, oh, okay, so I'm getting like all this attention and everything. Men want give me free stuff just because I'm a woman, just because I'm existing. So why not? I'm going to raise my standards. I'm going to be this. I'm going to be this picky. And they're just like so picky, bro. They're super picky. If you don't match one thing that they're looking for in a guy, that's it. You're disqualified completely. You're a ghost. And a lot of people say like, oh, online dating is the way to meet women and all that stuff because, like they're single and all that stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of these women are not even single, like in these dating apps. Or if they're single, they're just looking for the Mr. Perfect. They're just looking for a Chad or a Tyrone. They're not looking for an average, everyday Joe. They're not looking for me and you on those dating apps because there are billions of us in the dating apps, bro. Like, and honestly, like, so many men are so desperate that would do anything for these women, and every day women get like hundreds of likes, hundreds of matches, hundreds of like messages. And men like me, in 1 month I got like 3 matches on a dating app that I create. Actually, never mind. In a month and a half, almost 2 months, I got 3 matches. And none of them worked out. Like, none of them. Like, one of them was a 400-pound Mexican girl. The other one was a girl from Nigeria. And the other one was kind of like chubby, but she was alright. And she just ghosted me. And it's just a very raw deal, bro. Like it's not good, bro. Like you're actually like going there with the high self-esteem. You're going there thinking like, oh, I have 100% chance of getting somebody, and you go there and you find out like you're not even valuable, bro, to these women. You're not even worth to these women. You're not even like considered by these women. Like, these women, they're not even looking for you, bro. These women are looking for the top 10%, top 20% of men. And if they don't get that, so be it. They're gonna stay single. They're gonna suck off their dogs, Like, they rather suck off their dogs than give an average guy a chance. That's how these women are, bro. And it's brutal. And they think like average men don't deserve love, don't deserve anything, bro. And it's like, it's completely false, but that's the world that we're living. And it's not getting any better. And the standards of women every day is going up and up, and it's not going down. But the standards of men are going down. And the problem is that so many men are competing with each other, so many men are turning against each other on these dating apps, and these women are just watching and laughing at us, bro. They be like, "Oh, so many men are competing against me. Oh, that's funny. Oh my god, I'm so wanted. My crap don't stink." And all that stuff. I'm like, God, like so many men are like willing to off each other for me. Oh my god, that's so romantic. So you're not doing yourself any good when you're on these apps, bro. Especially if you're average, below average guy. It's not, you're not doing you any favor. Especially if you're short. Like if you're like 5'10" and shorter, or if you're 5'11" and shorter, I'm gonna tell you something. Stay away from these dating apps, bro, because you're not gonna get no matches. You're not gonna get no responses. You're not gonna get no attention at all. Like it doesn't matter if you're like, if you're the kindest person, if it doesn't matter if you have good personality. Women don't give a damn about personality. Like especially on these dating apps, all they see is your face and your height. You know, that's all they see, and your money. And if you don't have those three, the height, face, and money, guess what? They're not looking for you, bro. They're just like, you're not shit in their eyes. And it's just a sad reality for us. It's a very sad reality for us. Like you literally get discriminated for something out of your control, such as your height, your race, and another thing. Like a lot of women in these dating apps, like they say like no certain race of people. You know, no certain. Let's say a lot of women say like no like Middle Eastern, no Indian, no Asian, stuff like that. You know, and it's it's just like it shrinks your dating pool even more, you know. So everything is affecting your dating life, especially like to women. Like everything is affecting you, and unfortunately a lot of things that are affecting you, you can't do nothing about it. You can't absolutely do nothing about it. Like you can't do nothing about your face, you can't nothing about your height, you can't do nothing about your race, you can't do nothing about your eye color. Yeah, you can wear lenses, but who wants to do that? You can't do nothing about your receiving hairline. You know, you can't do nothing about your intelligence. You can't do nothing about your IQ. You can't do nothing about that. It's like something that you were born with. And the problem is that a lot of people, they judge you based on that, you know? And it's not a nice feeling, bro. It's not a really good feeling. And dating apps are a place to get your self-esteem and self-confidence crushed, and sometimes makes you feel like offing yourself because you're so depressed. You don't get no matches and all that stuff. You don't get no attention. And it's just like all around very like unhealthy place to be, you know? But you know, and then like when you get no success in these dating apps, people always say like, "Oh, you gotta change your picture. You gotta change your profile picture. You gotta take like high resolution pictures. Go out there and wild and get pictures like that. Dress nice. Go to gym. Do this. Do that. You know, have good like facial hair. Take care of yourself. Good, wear like fashion clothes and all that stuff." I'm like, none of that matters, bro. Like, if a woman just takes one glance at your face, or just a dating profile that on the details that says like under 6 feet or whatever it is, like says like 5'5", 5'6", that's pretty much it. She doesn't care about nothing else, bro. That's all she cares about. Like if you're like 5'6" or 6'5", you know, that's all she cares about. If you're 5'6", obviously you're not gonna get dated. If you're 6'5", you're gonna get multiple dates and multiple matches. And it's just one of those things that you can't really escape, bro. Like, my advice to you guys is that just don't do online dating. It's a it's a nightmare, bro. It's a nightmare, and it's a it's a place that you don't want to be in, you know. And a lot of times people are very judgmental. People are very like deceiving. People are very like um what do you call it? People have people don't have good intentions, you know. A lot of times you get catfished. A lot of profiles are fake. Women are not who you meet in person. You know, those women are just like, you know, they don't tell you their weight, or they don't tell you like exactly like what their intentions are. Sometimes on these dating apps, I've heard like people get robbed, people get it's unfortunate situations, you know, people get killed, people get drugged out, um, and overall it's a bunch of negativity on those dating apps. And I don't know how people do it. I seriously don't understand. But when I was doing online dating for like a month and a half, I was already got fed up with it, you know? I was already fed up, I was already tired, I was already ready to like toss it out, you know, from my phone. And it's just like it's not a place that you have to chat with cool people and all that, because like a lot of people on those dating apps are a bunch of leftovers. Most women are just like overweight, ugly, single mothers, um bunch of women with baggage, with mental issues, daddy issues, extremely picky, very selective, very like judgmental, very vain. And you don't want to be around these people, man. You really don't want to be around these people. Like, most of the time, women in those dating apps, they want to make it seem like you're lucky that you even got a chance. But at the same time, they don't want to go out with you. They just like, you know, write you a couple of words, and after that, they ghost you. They're done with you, and on to the next sucker or something, you know? And a lot of times when you message these girls, it doesn't even last, bro. Like, so many times it happened to me that I'm messaging a girl and then the conversation dies out within like 2 minutes. Or she's completely moved on to another guy in like less than a day, you know? And it's just, you know, there are so many reasons to give up on online dating. And I'm not saying that dating in real life is going to be any different, but at least online dating is just like, it's more of a hassle, you know? It's more hassle, but people say like it's easier. I mean, yeah, the risk is lower from cold approaching and all that, but at the same time, I'm not saying like it's easier, bro, because these women still have to choose you. These women still have to like um talk to you and all that stuff, you know? But you don't get that more often. And it just kind of like puts you in that trap, you know? It puts you in that state of mind that you feel worthless. And you start questioning yourself. You start like saying things like, "Oh, something is wrong with me." The whole fact like it's nothing wrong with you. It's just these women are just narcissists, bro. These women are just like out of their minds. And it's sad, man. It's sad for men like us that we end up like this. It's sad that we have to go through this. Like, people say, like, oh, just it's about the numbers game and all that stuff. I'm like, no, it's not about numbers game, man. It's not. If a girl is like attracted to you, she will make it obvious. Like, if you have to go through like thousands of rejections and you have to send like countless amount of messages and swipes and all that stuff just to find one girl to kind of like consider you as a human being, like, that's not really a healthy mindset. That's not really a you don't want to think like that, bro. Like, you don't want to think like that. I know a lot of you, like, still hoping to find that one person, and it's good, it's good to have hope, but don't be delusional about it. Like, you have to know your reality, bro. Like, don't be like so like caught up in your emotions and all that stuff. And think logically, be real with yourself. Be real with yourself, man. Like, if you don't get like matches, if you don't get messages, if you don't get like swipes on the regular, then that's the sign that you're not really attractive. You're not really desirable to these women, bro. And that's the sign that you probably have to take a different route. Like, you can't sit up and tell me that within the past 6 months, you only match with 5 girls, right? And all those 5 girls haven't got anywhere. Like, you can't tell me like you're successful in those dating apps, bro. You can't tell me like, oh, it's fine. The next girl that I'm talking to, I'm gonna get some. Like, okay. Don't be delusional about it. You just keep yourself, like, giving yourself false hope is not really going to solve your problems. It's going to add up to your problems, because you're going to go to a situation with a high hope, and you fully get disappointed, and you start to telling yourself like, damn, I messed up and all that stuff. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't do that and all that stuff. Start doubting yourself, man. So, it is what it is. Even if you land a date, let's say everything goes well, now you gotta be on time. Now you gotta be on your best behavior. You have to carry yourself with confidence and high self-esteem. You shouldn't show no weakness or something, or she's gonna find it like signs of weakness or something. Shouldn't be insecure about nothing, and you should be comfortable in your skin. You should say the right words at the right time. You should take her on the right place. You have to have a good game, like, or sorry, game is on the past, but you gotta have good riz. Otherwise she's gonna find you boring. You have to pay for the date. Otherwise, that's automatic, no second date. Or she's gonna label you as a cheap ass. And at the end of the day, there's no guarantee that she's gonna give you some, or you're gonna land a second date, or you're ever gonna see her again. So after going through all these stuff like multiple times, multiple upon multiple upon multiple, for months, years, shit, sometimes I had men like say like they've gone through this for decades and they still didn't learn their lesson. I mean, you should already know like it's over for you, bro. It's not really beneficial for you. And you should just happy being single and alone, because women are the same, bro. Women think the same. So if a girl doesn't find you attractive, most likely the next girl is not gonna find you attractive. And I don't care who they are. Like, I don't care if they're portray themselves as Christians or church girls or whatever, which are the biggest 3 or 4s. They're all the same, bro. Like, a church girl and a girl who's a stripper, they're the same, bro. Same exact thing, same exact mindset. They want the same exact guy, bro. Do you think like that stripper girl is gonna want some good guy? Do you think like that church girl is gonna want some good guy? You're out of your mind, bro. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, and hope you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.